I'm a mother, so I'm respectful of children. And if there's a child next to me,
if we would have just paid attention to how those movies turned out, we would know that we can't go into a relationship this way.
Mila Kunis just made a choice so life-changing it left Ashton Kutcher in tears and the world in shock. After years of what looked like a perfect Hollywood romance, something unthinkable has happened. And now everything is falling apart. What could be so serious that it pushed Mila to make a move no one saw coming? Let us uncover the story that's shaking their world and made the famous actor flee the country in the middle of the night. The tapes that changed everything. For years, Ashton and Mila looked like Hollywood's golden couple. All smiles on the red carpet, partners in every sense. But now it seems past connections are dragging him into a storm he can't dodge. Diddy's legendary parties, which he allegedly frequented, are now at the center of attention for all the wrong reasons. With Diddy facing serious legal battles, questions have naturally turned to his involvement, or at least his proximity, to some of these troubling events. And let's not forget those tapes. Sources claim they show a version of him Mila couldn't believe, one far removed from the charming family man we thought we knew. Before we dive deeper, it's clear these tapes hold something that could change everything we thought we knew about Ashton and Mila's story. And it's far worse than anyone could have imagined. This isn't the first time his judgment has been called into question. Just recently, his support for his former co-star Danny Masterson during a highly publicized trial sparked outrage. Public opinion turned, and his carefully maintained image as a philanthropist and advocate for children's welfare began to crumble. Resigning from his nonprofit was seen as a necessary move, but it's done little to quiet the critics. Add Mila's discovery of those tapes to the mix, and it's no wonder she's stepping away from this whirlwind of scandal. Let's take a moment to consider those tapes because they're the elephant in the room. While details remain sketchy, they reportedly feature him at events that, let's just say, don't align with the family-friendly image he's built. Mila's decision to walk away wasn't made lightly, but these revelations were the final straw. Hollywood's perfect couple is now a cautionary tale about how fame and loyalty can only stretch so far when trust is broken. And let's be real, this isn't just a private issue anymore. It's a full-blown spectacle, with every tabloid and gossip site dissecting their every move. Social media has been relentless, turning this personal drama into public theater. His connections to both Masterson and Diddy have only added fuel to the fire. What did he know, and when did he know it? Those questions linger as people scrutinize his every action, from his public statements to his suspicious silence on certain topics. Once the guy next door of romantic comedies, he is now under a spotlight so intense it's exposing every flaw. Meanwhile, Mila isn't just standing still. She's focusing on her career and children, keeping a low profile, but making moves that signal strength and independence. Far from the image of the heartbroken ex, she's taking control of her narrative, stepping into roles that showcase her resilience. In the face of chaos, she's reinventing herself and proving that personal drama doesn't have to define you. Mila's tenacity has always been a defining trait, and now she's using it to turn a messy situation into a fresh start. But let's not forget the real stakes here. His career is hanging by a thread, and his reputation may never fully recover. The golden boy of Hollywood rom-coms is now fighting to keep his name from being permanently tarnished. Friends and former colleagues are reportedly distancing themselves, unwilling to be caught in the crossfire. Even his charm, which has carried him through countless interviews and public appearances, may not be enough to save him this time. This isn't just a rough patch, it's a full-scale crisis. Hollywood's backrooms are buzzing with speculation about his future. Can he weather this storm, or is this the beginning of the end? With each new detail that emerges, the odds seem stacked against him. Mila, on the other hand, appears to be thriving in her newfound freedom, leaving many to wonder if she's the one who will ultimately come out on top in this saga. One thing's for sure, this story is far from over. As more details come to light, the drama will only escalate. Their split isn't just about a marriage ending, it's about the unraveling of a carefully crafted public image. The stakes are high, and the fallout is already proving to be monumental. And while Mila is finding her footing, his next steps will determine whether he sinks or swims in the unforgiving waters of Hollywood scandal. As Ashton faces more trouble, Mila's strength is standing out more than ever. Her actions show she's ready to move forward in a bold way. From power couple to separate paths. Rumors are swirling, and it's hard to ignore what's happening with Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher. Mila seems to be stepping into a new phase of her life, one that's all about owning her narrative. Her latest projects don't just show her talent, but reflect her path of strength and reinvention. This isn't a quiet fade into the background. It's a bold statement. Meanwhile, Ashton's world looks like it's falling apart faster than anyone could have expected. Hollywood loves its redemption stories, but it also loves to watch stars stumble, and Ashton might be the latest exhibit. His social circle is shrinking at lightning speed. The friends who used to champion him have started keeping their distance. Insiders are hinting at deeper issues, things that might push even his closest allies away. The silence from his once loyal supporters speaks volumes, louder than any headline could. But while Ashton grapples with fallout, Mila's outliving her best life. Paparazzi caught her recently at brunch, mimosas in hand, surrounded by friends who clearly have her back. It's more than just a casual outing, it's a public display of confidence. Mila's making it clear that she's moving on with grace and ambition. How often do we get to see someone thrive under the spotlight while their ex's world unravels? The contrast between their paths couldn't be starker. Ashton's reputation is under scrutiny, with whispers of tell-all books and bombshell interviews that might expose everything he's worked so hard to keep hidden. Publishers are already circling, ready to capitalize on any explosive details. If this blows up the way some are predicting, Ashton's career might face challenges he's never seen before. On the other hand, Mila is taking control of her narrative. She's reportedly making some bold moves in their divorce settlement. This isn't just about dividing assets, it's about reshaping her future. Rumor has it she's setting her sights on their shared business ventures and a significant cut of revenues from That 70s Show. It's a calculated move, one that showcases her business savvy and sharp instincts. Mila's determination isn't just impressive, it's inspiring. She's proving that resilience and ambition can turn even the toughest setbacks into opportunities. Her focus on securing her financial independence and protecting her children's future is a powerful statement. It's not just about survival, it's about thriving in a way that redefines her story. Ashton's troubles, however, seem to keep piling up. Speculation about his past and the potential fallout from uncovered truths has created an unsettling buzz in Hollywood. The industry's appetite for scandal is insatiable, and Ashton's name is now at the center of it. It's not just about his public image anymore. It's about how much damage these revelations might cause. Meanwhile, Mila's transformation from supportive partner to independent powerhouse continues to grab attention. Her ability to navigate this high-profile split with grace and strategy is nothing short of remarkable. She's showing the world that setbacks don't define you. Your response to them does. And with every move she makes, Mila's proving she's a force to be reckoned with. Hollywood's love for drama might keep Ashton's troubles in the spotlight, but Mila's rising confidence and resilience are stealing the show. As the dust settles, one thing is clear. This isn't just a story of a breakup, it's a tale of reinvention and survival. How far will Ashton fall and how high will Mila rise? Watching this saga unfold is like witnessing a real-life drama where the stakes couldn't be higher. Before Mila became the star she is now, her early life was filled with struggles that shaped who she is today. Let's look back at where it all started.
From Soviet roots to Hollywood heights, Mila Kunis, or Milena Markovna Kunis if we're being formal, didn't exactly have a breezy start to life. Born on August 14, 1983, in what's now Ukraine, her childhood was a mix of Soviet rules and Jewish traditions. Her mom juggled teaching physics and managing a pharmacy, while her dad, a mechanical engineer, took on cab driving to make ends meet. Throw in an older brother, Michael, and you've got a family trying to make the most of their world, even if that world wasn't making it easy for them. By the time she hit 7, her family had had enough of Soviet life and packed their bags, for the U.S. Los Angeles was their new home, and they didn't exactly arrive with a safety net. $250 and a suitcase full of dreams were all they had. She didn't speak a word of English, which, let's be real, would be terrifying for anyone. She's described those early days as feeling like she was lost in the dark, completely out of her depth in a place that might as well have been another planet. To help her find her footing, her parents made a choice: acting classes. They figured it would help their daughter make friends and gain some confidence. Beverly Hills Studios became her second home, and that's where she crossed paths with Susan Curtis, the woman who would become her manager. Not long after, she landed her first gig in a Barbie commercial. Yep, Barbie was her big break. It wasn't long before her face was popping up on shows like Days of Our Lives and Baywatch, and she snagged small roles in movies like Santa with Muscles. These weren't headline-making parts, but they were enough to get her noticed. Then came the game changer. At just 14, she auditioned for a part on That 70s Show. Here's the thing, the casting call said you had to be 18. She just said she'd turn 18 eventually. That bold move could have backfired, but the producers were sold on her. She nailed the role of Jackie Burkhart, and the show's success made her a household name. It also scored her some serious awards, like back-to-back Young Star Awards in 1999 and 2000. Not bad for a kid who just figured out English. But she wasn't done making moves. In 1999, she joined Family Guy as the voice of Meg Griffin. Lacey Chabert had started the role, but she brought her own vibe to it, catching the eye of Seth MacFarlane, the show's creator. Her voice became a key part of the show's success, blending sarcasm and heart in a way only she could. Balancing her rising fame in school was no small task. She attended Bancroft Middle School and later Fairfax High, where she graduated in 2001. School wasn't a straight path for her. On-set tutors filled in the gaps when acting got in the way. She even tried college, enrolling at UCLA and Loyola Marymount University, but Hollywood was calling louder. She decided to focus on her career full-time, and looking back, that gamble paid off. Her early life wasn't just a straight shot to success, it was filled with hurdles that could have stopped her in her tracks. Moving countries, learning a new language, and stepping into the cutthroat world of acting. Most adults would struggle with that, but she had this grit about her. She didn't let the struggles define her. Instead, they seemed to fuel her drive to prove she belonged. In Los Angeles, in Hollywood, and beyond. And you've got to ask yourself, isn't it wild how someone who started with so little ended up with so much? Her family's decision to leave everything behind and start over wasn't just bold, it was a roll of the dice. And she turned those odds in her favor. What kept her pushing forward when so many others would have given up? Maybe the answer says more about her than her acting credits ever could. Stay tuned, because her story is just getting started. Hollywood may shine bright, but its scandals reveal a much darker reality. These stories show just how heavy the price of fame can be. Scandals that changed the industry. Hollywood is no stranger to drama, and we're not just talking about what happens on screen. It's like every week there's a new headline about some celebrity in hot water. Legal fights, personal scandals, and jaw-dropping accusations seem to be a staple of the industry. These controversies don't just shake up careers, they show a side of Hollywood that's far from glamorous. Let's dive into some of the most talked about scandals that left people asking what's really going on behind the scenes. First up, the drama surrounding Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively during the filming of It Ends With Us. It all started when Baldoni allegedly commented on Lively's weight for a lifting scene, something she found degrading. The tension escalated into a harassment lawsuit, with Lively accusing Baldoni of fostering a toxic work environment. Baldoni hit back with a counter-lawsuit, claiming Lively was trying to wrest creative control of the project. The courtroom showdown turned into a media circus. And while the movie raked in over $350 million, the scandal overshadowed its success. Was this just a clash of egos, or does it reveal deeper issues in Hollywood's workplace culture? And as if that wasn't enough, there's more to the Baldoni-Lively saga. The lawsuit spiraled out of control when Baldoni accused Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, of extortion and defamation. A $400 million lawsuit claimed they were out to ruin his reputation with fabricated accusations. It's hard to tell where the truth lies, but one thing's clear. When Hollywood heavyweights clash, the fallout is explosive. Are these just isolated incidents, or is this a symptom of something bigger in the entertainment world? Speaking of scandals,
Let's not forget the wave of misconduct allegations that rocked Hollywood after the #Me Too movement took off. Sean "Diddy" Combs found himself on the list of accused, joining a lineup of high-profile names facing public and legal scrutiny. These stories shine a light on the abuse of power in an industry that thrives on influence and control. The Weinstein effect became a global reckoning, pushing survivors to step forward and forcing Hollywood to take a hard look at its dark underbelly. But has the industry really learned anything, or is it just better at covering its tracks? Now, rewind to the late 2000s when the bling ring made headlines for burglarizing celebrity homes. Paris Hilton, Orlando Bloom, and Adrena Patridge were just a few of their targets. Using social media to track their victims, these young thieves made off with millions in luxury items. The sheer audacity of their crimes fascinated the public and even inspired a movie. But beneath the flashy headlines, it's worth asking, what does this say about our obsession with fame and materialism? Then there's the never-ending saga of celebrity intimate tapes. Paris Hilton's private video with Rick Salomon was leaked, sparking a media frenzy and legal battles. Similarly, Hulk Hogan's intimate recording led to a high-stakes lawsuit against Gawker Media that reshaped privacy rights. These cases reveal just how thin the line between personal and public life can be for celebrities. Is this the price of fame, or have we crossed a line in the name of entertainment? Let's not forget Armie Hammer, who faced allegations of physical and emotional abuse that left his career in shambles. Despite denying the accusations, Hammer's attempts at a comeback have been met with skepticism. It's a reminder that in Hollywood, redemption can be a tough sell when the court of public opinion has already made up its mind. Can a celebrity ever truly bounce back from such serious claims? Justin Timberlake has also had his fair share of controversies, from his messy breakup with Britney Spears to the infamous Nipplegate incident with Janet Jackson during the 2004 Super Bowl halftime show. Both events sparked debates about accountability and media ethics, with Timberlake often coming out relatively unscathed. But does his ability to weather these storms point to a double standard in how male and female celebrities are treated?
Even the beloved cast of Beetlejuice has had their off-screen scandals. Winona Ryder's shoplifting arrest in 2001 was a headline grabber, but she eventually made a successful comeback. Alec Baldwin, on the other hand, faced legal troubles after a tragic accident on the set of Rust, where a prop gun he was handling discharged, eliminating a crew member. These incidents show that fame doesn't shield anyone from personal challenges. But how much of the blame falls on the individual versus the system they're part of? These stories are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Hollywood's long history of scandals. For every star that rises, there seems to be another one falling, caught up in controversies that blur the lines between personal actions and public image. It's a cycle that keeps the tabloids busy and the audience hooked. But here's the real question. Is this endless drama a reflection of Hollywood's culture, or are we, the audience, just as complicit in keeping the cycle alive? What happens in Hollywood doesn't stay there. The scandals, the lawsuits, and the shocking revelations ripple far beyond the industry, shaping conversations about power, accountability, and the price of fame. And this isn't the last you'll hear of it. The next scandal's probably just around the corner. Stay tuned, because the reality of Hollywood is far more twisted than the movies it creates. Is Mila Kunis's bold decision a sign of deeper issues in their marriage, or is there something even more shocking that hasn't been revealed yet? Could Ashton Kutcher's tears hint at a truth too painful to share? Tell us what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.